Welcome in, everyone, to Spreads and Subs Daily Gambling Show. Today is Friday. Sunglasses are on, shades are on. It's Friday. Feel good. Coming off of yesterday. We worked back to 500 on Thursday. Yesterday with going 2-1 on our best bets, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. Try to fix this lighting, bro. It's just bad today. I'm too bright. Might have to just deal with me being too bright. Okay, I guess that's good. But, yeah, before we get into it today, shout out to Bet Openly. Best odds in the game. Deposit $50 on Bet Openly. When you sign up, send me a screenshot of proof that you did that on Twitter at JReidNBA. That's JReidNBA on Twitter. And I will get you into a giveaway for some cash. Shout out to Bet Openly, the best odds in the game. All right. Talking about yesterday first, as you can see on YouTube in the top right corner, we are 6-6 on best bets this week, 19-20 on the show's history, which is episode I believe 14 now, and we give 3 picks per episode, so we're sitting at 19-20. And yeah, for when we're talking about giving 3 bets every single day, sitting around 500 is good. Like I'm happy to be close to 500. I would like to be more like a couple games above, just hovering right above or right at 500, but we have a chance to go out today and put ourselves at 500 going into week 4. So we will do that. But talking about yesterday, it's funny, the days where, because everybody who's new to the show, I give 10 picks every day, and then I pick 3 of those, and those are my best bets that we count towards my best bets record in the top right. It seems like the days where I go like 7-3 total is where I go 1-2 in my best bets, and the days where I go 3-7 total is where I go 2-1. It's just so random. Yesterday we go 4-6 overall, so not good at all overall, but we go 2-1 on our best bets. Overall, we went 2-3 in NBA, 0-1 in NHL. Of course, just cannot hit an NHL bet. 0-1 in WNBA, cannot hit a WNBA bet, and 2-1 in MLB. I think I would have to go back and look at our exact stats on the show, and maybe one day I will. Just so I have it, because that would be cool to have. But I feel like MLB might be our best sport right now. I mean, not in NBA, probably NBA, but MLB would probably be our second best as of right now. We just still struggling to get where we need to be in WNBA and NHL, but I'm confident in both NBA and NHL today. I know I probably shouldn't be, but I am. But let me stop teasing it. We'll get right into it. Today I have 5 NBA picks. What else? 1 WNBA, 1 NHL, and 3 MLB. So same combo as yesterday. I love betting the NBA. It's my favorite sport to bet. That's currently live. Of course, any type of football is my favorite sport to bet, but that's currently live. NBA is my favorite. So, I'm gonna have more NBA bets just in general, and I think I'm just better at NBA than the other ones. But let's see here. First pick of the episode. Come on, scroll down. There we go. Mavs plus 5.5 against the Timberwolves tonight in the Western Conference Finals, Game 2. I think this ends up just being a one-possession game at the end. It's hard for me to pick a winner. I genuinely just don't know who's going to win this game. And because I think it's going to be a close game and I think it's going to be a one-possession game, I think the spread is too big to pick the Mavs. If this was like a 1 or 2 point spread or 3-point spread, I probably wouldn't have even bet the spread at all, just because, like I said, I don't know who's going to win this game, but I do have a feeling it's going to be close. And if you have a feeling a game's going to be close but you don't know who's going to win, and you have a bigger spread than like one possession, then you got to take the plus sign. So we have to go with the Mavs plus 5.5 here. That's just the system that I rock with. And even though, like I said, I do not know who's going to win this game. This is the NBA playoffs, as far as like wins and losses, a lot of it's been so fucking unpredictable, especially with the Timberwolves. Like, it's hard to bet on or against the Timberwolves right now. Right when you think they're rolling is when they start losing a couple games. Right when you think they're losing a few games is when they get back on track and go do what they did in the last series. But regardless, going with the Mavs plus 5.5 here. Second bet, going with, Jesus, I'm having trouble scrolling down today. All right. My mic's just in the way. All right. Mavs team total over 101.5. This is only not covered in 3 of the Mavs playoff games this year. I believe they've played, 6, and 1, so like 13 playoff games. It's only not covered in 3. The Mavs scored the ball very well in Game 1, which a lot of teams are not able to do that against this Timberwolves defense. So that was very promising to me, and it's still low at 101.5. I expect it to be probably around there. Maybe we see like a 106, 107, but I do expect the Mavs to be able to get over 101.5. The T-Wolves are great on defense, but just at the end of the day, the Mavs are such a hard team to hold under 100. I mean, it's 101, but under 102. They're a tough team to hold. Got a lot of people that can score the ball at every single position on the court, and I think they're going to be able to cover the 101.5. Moving on here to third pick here. PJ Washington over 12.5. This is covered in 5 of his last 8 games for PJ. He's been the Mavs' third best player for some time now. About right when that OKC series started, he just turned it up, and ever since then he's been phenomenal for them. Easily their third best player. He's getting a ton of shots up, and that's what makes me confident enough to bet on him, because he's been efficient, of course, but his volume has been very high, so we're going to keep rocking with PJ. Over 12.5 points tonight. Let's see. And it's funny, I do pick these best bets on the show, of course, but sometimes I'll just highlight 1 or 2 that I'm even considering, and I have almost all my picks highlighted today, which means we're probably going to go 1-0 and 10, right? Of course, it's right when you're the most confident, but regardless, fourth pick here, McDaniels over 12.5. This is covered in 3 straight games. It's covered in 5 of 10 playoff games for McDaniels. He's been better at home, a lot better at home. As role players are in the playoffs, the go-to saying is always role players play better at home in the playoffs, but that has been true for McDaniels, and he's at home tonight. I think he has another good game, and the line's only at 12.5, so seems pretty easy to take for me. Man, I am struggling with the scroll today, boys. All right, Derek Lively, over 1.5 assists. He should get a lot more PT. He played great in Game 1. Gafford was pretty good too, but he was phenomenal in Game 1, one of the stars. He's been just looking like he's boiling up and up and up over the past 3-4 games, and it's about time that he's going to get serious minutes for this team. This is covered in 3 of his last 4 games. He was heavy on the offensive glass in Game 1. That's going to lead to more assists. I expect him to be heavy on the offensive glass again, and be able to dish it out for hopefully a couple easy assists and offensive rebounds for Derek Lively. So scroll down here. Next one, Sparks money. Oh, you can't see it, of course. Okay, there you go. Sparks money line plus 105. This seems like a trap because they're playing against the 0-5 Fever, but this is so hard not to take with them being dogs at home. I will say, though, the Sparks are a bad team as well. The Fever are a really bad team. The Sparks, despite only being 1-2, are also a really bad team. But the Sparks have beaten the one other bad team they played, which was the the Mystics, excuse me. They beat the one other bad team they played in the Mystics. You cannot say the same for the Fever. They've been losing to good and bad teams. Sparks are at home. It seems almost impossible for me not to pick the Sparks here, but I'm going to. I don't think I've bet on Caitlin Clark or the Fever to win yet, so I haven't gotten destroyed by them having a horrible start, but I'm sure some people have. Let's see here. Next one here, my one NHL bet. Oh, I didn't recap my NBA ones. That's on me. My NBA ones were Mavs plus 5.5, Mavs over 101.5 total points, PJ Washington over 12.5 points, Jay McDaniels over 12.5 points, Derek Lively over 1.5 assists, and then Sparks money line for the WNBA. And now we move to NHL here with the Panthers money line minus 110. I'm not going to say this is the only reason I picked this, because I do have some reasoning of why I like the Panthers tonight, but my initial instinct said Rangers on this game, and my initial instinct has been so bad in NHL this playoffs that I'm partially fading myself here, but once I came up with the strategy to fade myself, I looked into it and I said, okay, how can I back up this pick? And then I'm like, wait, I actually kind of like this one more, so maybe probably the Rangers are going to win now, but regardless, the Rangers seem to be spiraling, man. They won 7 straight playoff games at the start of the playoffs. Then they've lost 3 of 4 since then. Bobrovsky's been insanely hot for Florida. We've been taking the hot goalies, we haven't been taking the hot goalies as much as we should have. Earlier on in the NHL playoffs, when we were winning NHL bets, we were following hot goalies. That was one of the main things we were going with. And for some reason, I got away from it. I don't know why I started just taking my gut on these hockey games. I started feeling more confident than I am. I'm going with the Panthers tonight, and I feel really, really good about this pick. I know I said that, but I feel really good about it. Next one. Start with the MLB. Last three are all MLB picks here. We've been pretty surgical in MLB so far. First one, we got Royals money line. Royals have won 6 straight. The Rays have lost 4 straight. Lugo is on the mound for KC, 7-1 with a sub-2 ERA. He's been phenomenal for them. Armstrong is on the mound for the Rays. He's been okay. I mean, he's at a 4 ERA. But at the end of the day, the Royals are just really hot. We're taking hot teams in baseball. I mean, at this point, why wouldn't we? And then, excuse me, I completely lost my place here on my notes. The Tampa Bay Rays have not been great. So, Royals are sitting at -115 right now, so it's not the most super value pick ever, but I just think they're going to win on the road today. So, I got Royals money line. Next one here, Padres money line. Also, they are slight dogs in this game, the opposite of Royals, who are slight favorites, but they're at home. They're playing against the Yankees, who are playing great ball, of course. But the Yankees dropped a couple games in the last series when they played a good team in the Mariners. Yu Darvish has been just phenomenal for the Padres. He's 4-1 with a near sub-2 ERA. I think it's like 2.08 or something. He's been phenomenal. And Rodon for the Yankees has been good, but Padres have a lot of solid righties, and I think that's a bad matchup for him overall. And you get the Padres at home. They're hitting the ball well. I don't know what the over-under is on this one, but I wouldn't mind that either. But let's see here. The over-under is over 7.5. That's interesting. I think Rodon's going to give up some runs. I don't know about you, Darvish, but the Yankees have just been so hot that it's hard for me to say otherwise. But I'm looking for... Okay, where is it? Okay, cool. Last bet here. Astros over 4.5 runs on the road. So you're guaranteed 9 innings here. The Astros are. They're in Oakland. Ross Stripling has been horrible for the A's. 1-6 with a 1-8 with a 5 ERA. Astros have not had great pitching, but they have the league leading batting average of 264. They've been raking. They're gonna rake against Stripling. They're gonna score a ton of runs, and I think they're gonna easily cover this. But I'm gonna count you guys the ones that I've highlighted here. Like I said, maybe this is one of the ones I like as I'm talking about it, because even though I'm taking notes beforehand, something about saying it out loud makes me think about it more. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my 10 highlighted as possible best bet opportunities. But I'm going to put my money where my fucking mouth is on the NHL, and I'm going to take the Panthers money line as one of my 3 best bets today. I feel it. It feels like it's time for the Panthers to go up 2-0. Feels like the Rangers are fully spiraling. Home ice has not mattered recently. The Rangers fans are going to be nervous. They know they can't drop the second game. And I think it's going to be a weird feeling in the arena. And I think the Panthers are going to upset them and crush the Rangers' dreams going up 2-0 to start the series. That will be my first bet here. Next one. Okay, this is where it gets tricky because that's the one I knew I wanted. Let's see here. Let's go with Astros over 4.5 runs in the MLB. Like I said, when you get them on the road and on an over on runs with 9 innings. Stripling, he's been horrible for the A's. Like I said, giving up a ton of runs to a team that's hitting it at the best rate in baseball. Maybe not the most runs, or RBIs at all, but 264 batting average they've been raking. So we'll take the Astros over 4.5, and then we'll go with. I got to give you guys 3 minus signs. I've given so many plus signs this week, taking risks, and a lot of them have paid off for us. But regardless, I'm gonna go with. I'm genuinely stuck here. I'm picking. I'll tell you guys which one I'm picking between. I'm picking between P.J. Washington over 12.5 points, Derek Lively over 1.5 assists, and the 2 other baseball runs, Royals money line and Padres money line. So at this point, I'm gonna just go to these games here, and I'm gonna go value. So let's see what the lines are on all these. I don't want to give a plus sign, but okay. P.J. Washington's minus 105 at 12.5. I really like that. Who else was it that we were talking about? Oh, Lively assist. Yeah, I'm going to scroll way down for that. Hold on. Let's see. Lively over 1.5 is plus 180. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna put them all in my cart here on my bet slip. I'm gonna look at them all and I'm gonna pick the third one. I hate to do all this suspense shit, but this is genuinely the most torn I've been since we started this show on what bet I want. All right, are they all in here now? I did Astros already and Panthers, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, 4. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with. No, I don't want to parlay straight. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Royals. I'm gonna go with the Royals money line. I'm going to baseball. We've been successful on baseball. And we haven't been taking more than one baseball pick really at all. So I'm going to go with the Royals money line. They're really hot. The Rays are cold, and they have their 8-something out in Lugo. So I'm going to go with my 3 best bets are Panthers. Am I really about to give no NBA best bets, though? Am I really about to give no NBA best bets? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Panthers minus 110. Royals money line minus 115, I think, and then Astros over 4.5 runs. Take them straight. Take them parlayed. Whatever you got to do. Those are our 3 best bets. We're looking to go at least 2-1 today to go positive on the week and get to 500 on the show's history. Once again, shout out to Bet Openly for sponsoring the show. They have the best odds in the game. Sign up with Bet Openly in the link in my description here on YouTube. Deposit $50. Send me a screenshot on Twitter at JReedNBA. That's JREIDNBA on Twitter. And I will enter you into a giveaway for some cash. Shout out to Bet Openly for sponsoring the show. One more time, 3 best bets. Panthers minus 110. Padres money line plus 100. And Astros over 4.5 runs. Take it to the bank. Let's do it. Let's go positive. We'll be back, as always, on Monday with 10 more bets, cutting it down to 3 more best bets for you at 2 Eastern